Hello guys. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. This is The Story Continues. It is Friday. This is my third time starting this recording because the first time my audio wasn't on, my mic wasn't on. The second time, video wasn't on. Had to restart. So here we go again. Hopefully this third time's is a charm. Okay, I'm so tired of talking the same thing over. Anyway, we have a lot to get through today. Excuse any background noise you hear. I usually record earlier when the house is quieter, but I had a busy day today, so I started a little later than usual when the house starts to kick up. Okay. So we're going to do channel messages. We're going to read on Kamala Harris. I'm going to read on Mike Johnson. Someone asked. I said, sure. That seems interesting. I'm going to read on Donald Trump for next week. I'm going to attempt to do a reading about the food supply, Medicaid cuts, and Social Security. All in one. Okay. Alright, so that's that. Let's get into it. So, we can't get into it. If you want a personal reading, this is my third time saying this. If you want a personal reading, the link is usually in the description of the video or in the description on my channel, my bio, okay? If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you can email me at moonlightenergy15@gmail.com, okay? Groundhog's Day. This is for entertainment and informational purposes only. Everything I say here is alleged. Anything said in the comments is alleged, okay? Alright. Okay, so, did I forget anything? I didn't. So, this week, has been interesting, to say the least. I did make a community post about Donald Trump's week. If you remember the reading I did for him on Monday and him removing the funding from Ukraine and being upset. And as he moves into the week, as he gets to later in the week, he has the tower there. So he has been losing lawsuits. He has revealed himself for his lies during his speech to Congress about Doge, after saying no. After Elon said no, he said no, he's not in charge of that. He said that. Let him talk. He is having emergency meetings now. I'm sure sending lots of memos and emails, not him, but someone else, about how Elon can't fire anyone, and because I think people are coming down on him. He also is caving on tariffs because I knew that would happen. So the week is not good for him. The market doesn't look good. It's below 1,300 points now. He's not having a good week, it seems. So that is what we want, for him to not have good weeks, for his policies to be trashed, and for him to be stopped. Okay, I know it's difficult. I know it's hard, and we have to look at the wins where we can. We have to look at the good things that are happening, because there are. We have to inform ourselves. Okay. What else? Someone also said that he tweeted threatening Russia with sanctions if they don't come to the table with peace talks. And that surprised me. I looked it up, and he did in fact do that. So what did Putin say to him to make him be angry or petty, to tweet out, policies or threats like that? Interesting. So his tower's crumbling, like I said. It's crumbling. And like I said before, what I sense is that this month in particular will be very revealing. Okay? So let's get into it. All right. So the first person that I channeled was Dr. Dorothy Height. and she was a civil rights activist. She was a women's rights activist, especially African American women. One of her main goals was to uplift African American women, help them fight for equality, voting rights, education, safety, protection, all of that stuff. Huge on equality, huge on integration. Okay, she just wanted things to be equal. She was very prominent. She helped establish the Center for Racial Justice at the Young Women's Christian Association, which is a huge association. She did that in the 60s, and she played a role in integrating that association in the 40s. She organized a march on Washington in the 60s. She did so much. What I'm saying now is just a big important piece, but also she did so many other things. She was a civil rights leader, very prominent woman. Please look her up. Okay. All right. So, when I channeled her and touched on her energy felt very light, and she was keeping me at a distance. Not that she didn't want to talk to me, but I felt a wall there. She felt like she was just observing on the sidelines of things. It felt like she was wary also. When I asked her about the status of the United States, the first emotion I felt was like devastation, like grief, sadness. And she said the current status of the United States is in shambles. All of the hard work we have put in is trying to be undone. It is just a real shame. I hope it could turn around. So those were her first thoughts. Okay. I asked her, how can we fight? She said, the most important thing for you to do is to know your rights. You have to teach yourselves what rights you have as citizens. You have to vote. Things will change here. Do not give up. And when she said, she she became very animated when she talked about voting. She was a voting rights activist. And when she said things will change here, she gave me the impression that she knew it will get better when it comes to voting. She said, do not give up. I asked her about Donald Trump. She said, he won't shut up. She said, he won't shut up. He is a travesty brought upon this nation. While I understand how he got here, I am surprised he is still here. His power is so weak. He is a small man. When I first, when I asked her the first question about the status, when she was speaking, I was feeling like her grief, her sadness about it. She kept showing me an image of Obama. President Obama. Then she pointed at me and she said, tell our people to organize. It is time. We cannot sit on the sidelines because we are the most vulnerable, even if it doesn't seem like it. She said, tell our people. Suddenly. She just said it. I didn't ask anything. We are the most vulnerable, even if it doesn't seem like it. I asked about KAMALA. She said, she is a sight to behold. I saw her before. Then she said, I didn't write this. She said, she reminds me of Jeannie. And I researched if there was someone named Jeannie in the civil rights movement. And I couldn't find anyone. And then she said, I asked her, who's Jeannie? She said, she's my niece. And I looked up to see if she had a niece named Jeannie. I didn't see a niece named Jeannie. She had, I think, 2 great nieces, or a great niece and 2 nephews. But I looked very quickly. I didn't look very thoroughly. Maybe it's a niece who isn't blood related. I'm not so sure. But she says she reminds me of Jeannie. And then she says she is very powerful and smart. She will go far. I saw her before, she said. I asked her, do you know if she will be president? She said, near anything is possible, especially now. There are things changing. You can't tell what will happen next. I do see God has big plans for her. So that was Dr. Dorothy Heights. Okay. All right, the next person I channeled bear with me, I'm trying to organize this. Okay. I did Medgar Evers. He was another prominent civil rights leader who was unalived, assassinated in front of his family, in front of his home, in front of his wife and children. Okay. Very tragic ending for him. He was a civil rights activist. He started as an insurance salesman in Mississippi, and he went to a town that was prominently African American, and he was devastated by the poverty that he witnessed, and so that activated him more in terms of the civil rights movement, in terms of seeking equality, fighting segregation, speaking out against it. He was bold. He was constantly under threat, him and his family, constantly getting death threats, but he continued to do the work despite that. He was placed under protection, actually. He had FBI and local police follow him home because of his death threats, but they suspiciously were absent on the night he was killed. He was unalived by a Klansman. I will not name him. And the person who killed him, they had a trial in 63, and he was let off because it was deadlocked, and he wasn't charged again until the 90s, and he was convicted as a very old man. There was so much corruption during the first trial. Very tragic, very devastating. So it took them near 3 decades for his wife to get justice, but she did. Anyway, so I channeled him, and you guys could look him up, Medgar Evers. There's one thing. When they were investigating for the second trial in the 90s, they had to exhume his body, and when they did, his body was perfectly preserved, as though he was buried. He looked like he was sleeping. And talk about divine intervention. I'm sure science plays a role in that, but really, perfectly preserved. And they were able to get their evidence. Anyway, so I channeled to him, and his energy, he he greeted me, and his voice is very deep and smooth. Okay, and he said, "Kimberly, hello. What can I do for you today?" That's what he said to me. In a calm, deep, smooth, even tone. And I asked him about the status of the U.S., and he said, "The status of the U.S. seems bad. It does not seem good, but that is not so." He's very wise, calm. He thinks, he discerns before answering. Then he said, without any prompting, he said, "This person who calls himself president is anything but. He will have to move on soon. The powers that be will it so." He reminds me, his soul reminds me of someone who, for some reason, I'm seeing an image of him in this robe and with this book, keeping track of things, like a gatekeeper or something. That's what it feels like. He has all this knowledge. He knows, it feels like he knows when things are going to happen, he's keeping documents of it. I'm just fixing these. Okay. I asked him, how can we fight? He said, "You have to be strong. You have to be bold. They took my life away, but not my voice. My presence still remained. You are still alive. You can make your voice even louder than mine." Okay. And I asked, I revisited what he said about DT having to move on. What does he mean by that? He said he'll be thrown out. He'll be cast out. He is an egregious human being, and he will be exposed. He will be exposed of it finally. Justice takes time, but it always arrives no matter the time or place. Okay. I asked him, when will it begin to end? He said, very clear. He said, March. Then he said, it won't be noticeable at first, but have faith. When will it begin to end? I asked. I asked him about KAMALA, and he folded his hands. He took his time answering. He did this. And he said, she is a true leader. She will march with the people. She is someone who is for the people. We should be proud. And I asked him, do you know if she'll be president? He just said, I do not know. He wasn't concerned with that. I feel like he's doing something. He wasn't concerned with that. In his I do not know, it felt like he was saying, like, that's not something I think about or have asked, or, you know. He's busy doing something up there. He has an important job, it felt like. That's about keeping documents, or I don't know how to say it, like a secretary, documentarian, someone who does the minutes in the meeting. So that's what it felt like. Interesting. So I channeled Kamala, and when I channeled to her, she was very happy. I wrote it on the back. Feeling happy, feeling good, and she was smiling real big. And she greeted me, and I greeted her, and I asked her, are you considering being the governor of California? Because someone said that she said she was considering it, and she will, but she didn't come from her mouth. It's a bunch of stories out right now saying a source said it, and it was at a pre-Oscar party, and she said she's considering it, and then she said, I'll let you know at the end of the summer. Why the end of the summer? But that's what they said she said. But until she says it, whatever she does, she does. But until she says that, take news reports and sources that aren't named with a grain of salt, and saying that she said this at a pre-Oscar party. Anyway, she said, smiling, I am considering it, but it is a very small consideration. Okay, so I see an energy too. I'd ask her, do you still believe you'll be president? She said, I still believe, yes. I didn't ask her a lot. I said, what have you been up to? And she said, right now, I have been focused on building up my organization and focused on taking care of myself. Okay. And I asked her about the thing she has said about challenging him, she said in the channeled messages in the past, and she said, I'm waiting. It's in its last stages. It's out of my hands and into someone else's. Okay? So that's Kamala Harris, guys. All right. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's do... Oops. I'm going to do the people first. Let's do Donald Trump for the upcoming week. So the week of the 10th. The week of the 8th to the 15th. Okay? Okay. Let me just check this deck. Alright. Donald Trump for the week of the 8th to the 15th. Let's see what's going on there energetically. Queen of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. Burdens, burdens, and more burdens. Donald Trump. If you noticed, I hadn't read on him. I read on him in the most recent 2 to 3 weeks. 2 weeks, I would say, rather. Because my guides told me to. Because something's happening. Something is happening and shifting, and that's what they told me. 2 of Cups. Didn't see that come out behind the 2 of Cups. The King of Cups is there again. 10 of Wands. It's telling me to put it here for some reason. King of Cups. Wow. 9 of Wands. Tell me to do that. Donald Trump. Two more shuffles. Something wants to come out. Come on. Page of Swords. The World. The Star. Next week looks good for him. The end of the week at least. Something's keeping him up. It told me to put it here. Death again. Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. Someone may cause him some trouble. No Queen of Wands. Interesting. 7 of Cups. There's your Six of Cups. The same 6 of Cups is his looking back. His looking back. Idealizing something. Will he learn a lesson? Where does this go? It feels like it goes here. The Hermit. The card of treason. He's at a, again, He has a fork in the road. He has to decide, am I going to go here or there? It's telling me to put it right here. He's going to have an opportunity, and he's going to have to make a choice. Will he make the right choice? Maybe not. 4 of Cups. Maybe. The 4 of Cups. It goes here. The Sun again. The Sun again. We have the Chariot, Ace of Cups, 6 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, no Tower this time. Good for him. Okay. Let me spray my space. Just wake me up. Alright, so we have the 2 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, the Page of Swords, and then we have the 6 of Cups, the Queen of Cups. I'm sorry, so this is the King and this is the Queen. The Star, the 7 of Cups, the Hermit, 10 of Wands, 4 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 9 of Swords. Interesting. The World, Death, the Star. Okay. I'm sorry, the Sun, rather. 1, 2, 3, 4 major cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major cards. So the end of next week will be big life stuff. He will have a choice to make. Okay. The Hermit card is there, which is, you know, your life is changing. You're transitioning. You know, you are in a fork in the road. You have to decide your path. And the 7 of Cups is here. So he's going to make choices. And he has to make the right one. Moving into the beginning of next week, he's going to have some issues. There's the 6 of Cups again that I talked about before with him. Like he wanted to implement something that he tried to before. Looking back at the past, he may even be looking back at the past. There's something with a relationship here. And 2 of Cups is the card I've labeled as foreign relations, you know, foreign relationships in this situation. Okay, so with the 6 of Cups here, he might even be looking back at he might be looking back at a former relationship or some sort of foreign relationship with nostalgia, like, oh, that was a good time. But now it's become burdensome with the 10 of Wands on top here. You know? So it almost feels like in terms of money as well, he's looking back. That thing he wanted the tariffs, maybe, like, you know, he wanted to implement. He thought it was going to be so good. He thought it was the best plan ever, best idea. And it's just burdensome. It's not turning out well for him. Okay, and so all the things this is like 6 of Cups encourages learning past lessons as well. When you know, now it warns you not to idealize the past, to learn from it. You know, it's cool to be nostalgic and to look back on things that, you know, experiences that were good, but also it warns against idealizing the past or not letting go of the past. And so the Queen of Pentacles is here. And so and it has something to do with a relationship, a foreign relationship that has become burdensome. And the same card came out last week was it last week? No, it was Monday. My days are crazy. Anyway, the same card came out for him Monday at the beginning of the week, and it showed up again for next week. And again, I said it's about looking back. It's about not learning from your past, idealizing something that he wanted to implement that had to do with money. And it has to do with a foreign relationship. It could be Ukraine, it could be Russia, it could be both. And it's become very burdensome to him. It's not as easy as he thought. And now here he is tweeting, threatening sanctions on Russia. Why? I thought you were best buds. I thought they were best buds. Okay, so that's the beginning of the week. What's happening at the end of this week is rolling into the beginning of next week. Okay, it's tough for him. Okay, so here you have the Four of Cups touching the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Okay, and so this is midweek. And so as he moves into midweek, again with this is his energy, always. This card, he gets Four of Cups all the time. And it's about, he got this last time too. You could be falling into apathy. You could be detaching because your plans aren't working out in some way. You could be detaching emotionally with the King of Cups here. He's not, well, anyway. Or you could be ignoring advice that's being given to you. You're just like, no. And this is typically par for the course with him. I don't think he, in terms of, it could be deep contemplation, but feels emotional. And he is not very mature. His emotional intelligence is not very high. Okay, so when he limits it even more, he's not listening to, he's not listening to his advisors regarding something, money, something with a budget, something that he is ignoring, something that is, something that's limiting him even more emotionally. Okay. The Seven of Wands. He's gonna listen. We have the King and Queen of Cups, and these people came out before, and I said that's not his energy. They showed up midweek here. That's not him. These are people. Okay, these are people that is causing him problems. All right, and so who is that? Is that the Democrat? Let's see. King and Queen of Cups. I don't think it's them. Are the King and Queen of Cups the Democrats? No. Let me get a clarifier. See if they give me anything. Let's see if, I don't think it's his energy, but let's double check. My guys are saying no. Are the King and Queen of Cups Donald Trump's energy? No. Are they lawyers? Are they the court? I feel like they're the courts, perhaps. But wouldn't they be swords? I'm going to draw a clarifier, but I just want to see. Are the King and Queen of Cups lawyers? Are the King and Queen of Cups lawyers? Okay. Yeah. Saying yes. All right. It's something that is going to cause him trouble. And it's going to beat him up with the Nine of Wands here. And he's going to have to defend a lot. Or he's being defended. Someone's defending something against him. But let's see. Let me pull a clarifier. I'm going to do for the King and Queen. And maybe for the Seven of Wands. The Moon. Confusion, illusion. Illusion comes up a lot. You have the Moon here, and you have the Seven of Cups here. He gets that a lot. Nine of Swords. Let's get a clarifier for the Seven of Wands. Not listening to messages, you know. Not listening to his intuition or his guts. With the Four of Cups is sort of midweek's gonna be rough. It looks rough. Temperance. And he told me to look at the top. The bottom, rather. Listen, what did I say? I knew it was there. I knew they were both there. Seven of Swords and Ten of Swords. I knew it. Midweek will be tough for him. It will be stressful, and either he will have to defend something, and someone will be defending something against him, and it has something to do with the legal system. Okay. His deceit, the Seven of Swords there. And it's just like, if it with Temperance here, I just heard it's like you have Four of Cups here, and it's almost like they're telling him, Mr. President, you have to do things in moderation, or you're trying to do too many things at once. And he's not listening. And it's like, you know, you're trying to strategically do things sneakily, and you keep getting caught because, one, you can't not talk. You can't keep your mouth. You can't be chill about things. Seven of Swords sometimes is just like, yeah, you try to do things strategically, sneaky and deceitfully, but it's also very like wobbly. The plan. You're gonna get busted. You're gonna get busted. And the I thought I saw the Five of Swords, but it's not always on solid ground when you try to behave that way. But the bells. He's going to have to defend, and someone else will be defending something against him. And it will cause, you know, the Nine of Wands is supposed to be a card of resilience. It's going to be rough for him. And, but he comes in with the nine, at the end of the week, he comes in with the Nine of Cups, the Star. Okay. It almost feels like this is what he will be presenting to the public. Okay, this is what, let me cover the naked person up. This is what he will be presenting to the public. The Star is there, right? It's about, also the Star is about your wishes coming true, or your reputation being in, you know, getting attention in some way. And this is what he will be presenting, someone who is satisfied and contented. Okay, and he'll get through something, but behind the scenes, the Nine of Swords is here, and the Ten of Swords is here. it's just the same stuff. It's literally, they're like, when I was pulling, my guys were like, I'm beginning to understand that when I pull for him, his energy's so dishonest that it's like his power is fading. Okay, his energy is fading, and that wasn't before. That he was powerful before, and he had, what my guides tell me is that, and especially when I channeled one of the goddesses yesterday in the Let's Chat. Go watch that if you haven't, please. He's been given numerous chances to change, numerous opportunities to, and yet he continues to not change. And so he's, something he may get through or pretend that he got through, it's so, you never know with him, because then you have the moon here and the Seven of Swords. And so he does this thing where he gaslights, and the moon could be a card of gaslighting. The Magician isn't here, but it's like whatever this toughness is in midweek, this thing he's gonna, defend or try to defend, and people's gonna, this is the legal system here, this is lawyers, the King and the Queen of Cups, so they'll be defending something against him and vice versa. It's like, I feel like he'll claim victory, but that won't be the reality. You have the moon here. That's what he does a lot. He tries to cause confusion. The moon is directly on top of the Queen and King. It's what he does. Now the cards are starting to make right here. I'm hearing the message now. The Seven of Swords is this deceitfulness, and the moon here is confusion. And I feel like whatever this here is midweek that will come up, he will claim victory and satisfaction. He'll be like, oh, I got through it, but it won't be reality. It'll be like a step, or, but he'll say, he'll do this. But actually he's here, the Page of Swords, the Seven of Cups is on top of the Page of Swords next to the Hermit. And so it's like, the Page of Swords is about open communication, truth, being able to think sharply and clearly. It's new clarity. Okay, and so this is the energy he will be required to be in. And he very well could be, but it doesn't feel real. Because then you have the Seven of Cups. This card comes up often for him. And it's really about making the right choice. And with the Hermit here, he's going to have to make a choice about something. He's going to be at a crossroads, and it feels very serious. And the question is whether or not he will make the right choice. Because you have the World here on top of the star. Coming full circle, overseas travel, something, he's going to be doing. Perhaps doing more peace talks, meeting with Ukraine again. I know Zelensky's saying, okay, I'm willing to do this. I think he's gotten over the initial anger. And you see what's happening down here with him tweeting sanctions on Russia. That's very interesting to me. Does it denote he changed? No. I think his back is against the wall and he is being beaten up. Okay. Because on top, this is like this is what's happening internally. Behind, he has, and the Hermit is also the card of treason that I've labeled, that comes up often for him as well in the situation. And he may have to make a decision about information. because you have the Nine of Swords. He's worried. He's presenting this tough guy, you know, but he's worried at the end of the day. He's worried, you know. And so you have, but then you have the Sun and you have Death here. He has to make a choice about something, perhaps information that will be transforming. He has to let go of something that could be a part of the Hermit as well. It's on top of the Hermit, the Death card. It's to let go of things that don't serve him. The question is he capable of doing that? The Sun always comes up for him. And I have learned the Sun is a great card. It's also a card of warning saying, like, calm down. And so you have, he has to make an important choice. And it is something that I feel by the end of next week will determine he has to make the right move. But is he capable of doing that? No. Give me a card for the ultimate outcome for Donald Trump for next week. Okay, I have 4 cards came out. There's the Queen of Wands. 4 cards came out. Okay. These are the cards that fell out. Queen of Wands. Knight of Cups. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh dear. Justice. Nope, that's the Emperor. Nope, that's Justice. Justice, say hello, and 10 of Cups. The ultimate outcome. Feels like he's gonna have some challenges. The 10 of Pentacles in reverse. He's definitely, it's about the economy, okay? And I think it's partway. I think Ukraine has something to do with this at the end there with the Hermit. We'll see. We shall see. Will he make the right choice? No, he won't. Something about the legal system. Justice came out as an ultimate outcome. Let's pull true crime real quick. Always got to peek on his criminal activity. Trump for the week, 8th to the 14th. Okay, that's from the other deck. That same card came out. That's interesting. The Truth Seeker. It's from the other True Crime deck. Okay, this came out. Dating. What does that have to do with anything? Perhaps his foreign relationship with someone. Drugs and poison. Cover up. Boat. Travel. Drugs and poison. Cover up. 7 of Swords came up. Dating. Something with foreign relationships. I'm just going to throw that out there. Drugs and poison. That's interesting. Boat. And cover up. Is he traveling next week? Someone calm it down. If he is, if you know. Interesting. It feels heavy. He has the sun there, but that's his thing he does. It's his thing he does. The sun is a great card, you know? And there's a thing he does though. Looking at the other cards where he ignores, even if things are going well though, he ignores the reality, you know? He celebrates too much, or he talks too much, or he does too much, you know? And he ignores the problem still. Just because you might have a victory, there's still a big problem there. And he proclaims victory when you don't really have a victory. You have to think and you have to decide. He doesn't do that. And so that's where the Tower always comes in for him. That's when things fall apart and he ends up looking like a fool. He's trying to make his first 100 days the best thing ever because he's so embarrassed. As he should be, because you are shameful. You know? The case of integrity. Interesting. The case of integrity. The investigator's insight. The hidden message. These are the things that I'm going to read them real quick and then move on. Put my glasses on. Okay. The investigator's insight. Use insight gained from your investigations to inform your decisions. Reflect on your findings and apply this understanding to guide your actions. Insightful analysis leads to a better outcome. Okay. The hidden message. These cards came out for him before. Look for messages that are not immediately apparent. Analyze communication for underlying meanings or subtext. Overcoming hidden messages can provide valuable insights. And what I'm beginning to understand is that things are happening. They're not just so blatant in our face. Some things aren't being shown to us, but my guys the people on channel are starting to help me understand that this is a slow, sort of subtle thing. Something that seems insignificant is actually quite big. The case of integrity. Maintain integrity in all your dealings. Ensure that your actions are honest and transparent. Integrity fosters trust and credibility in both personal and professional relationships. He doesn't have that ability. He doesn't. The truth seeker. Commit to a relentless pursuit of truth, question assumptions, and challenge preconceived notions. Your dedication to seeking truth will lead to greater insight and understanding. Somebody's trying to seek truth on him, I think. The boat there. What do you guys think? What do you guys think these cards mean? We have dating. This came up for him before. Who he courts. Drugs and poison. A boat. Traveling somewhere. Escaping maybe, and cover up. You know what that means. Give me your interpretation. I would love to hear. Okay? That was Donald Trump, guys. All right. What time is it? Let's do Mike Johnson. What am I doing about him? Let's look at the outcome for him. Outcome for Mike Johnson. Out of all of this. When this is all said and done, what is his outcome? Can you show me? energy is so, he has like no integrity, but his energy is just, people, he could easily be walked over. And I say that just objectively, what I felt in his energy. Mike Johnson, Mike Johnson. You got the World card. I might have to switch decks. Yeah, let me switch decks. Energy is a little different here. Let me do this one. I'm just making sure that everything is upright. Okay. Okay. Mike Johnson. That feels better. Need a fresh energy, friend. Yeah, you got that before. You and your cohorts. You and your compadres. Queen of Wands. Mike Johnson. All these wands. Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Card of Exposure. My back hurts. Ten of Swords. The Magician. Yeah, that's about right. The Devil. Right here. Seven of Wands. The Chariot. Three Swords. Oh dear. Three of Pentacles. Yeah. That is the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Give me the ultimate outcome for him. It's all about money, power, and control. Manipulation, greed. And I'm not just saying this. This is what I feel in the energy. This is what I feel. This is what I feel in his energy. The Devil is there, so a major card. Mike Johnson, ultimate outcome. Seven of Swords. The ultimate outcome. Oh, they told me to pull one more. They told me to pull one more, and I did. They said, I heard it. It was like, pull one more. What is that? The ultimate outcome. They said, because I said to myself, when I said the Seven of Swords, I said, oh, that's a flimsy, when you have the Seven of Swords and you try to strategize and plan, looking at these other cards here. And it's like, it's very, when this comes up, when you're deceitful, it's like your plan is sort of flimsy though. You could get caught. And then the Tower came. They said, pull one more. I knew it was there. I knew it was there. I knew it was there. The ultimate outcome. I knew it. I knew it. I have to ask my pendulum a question before I get into the cards real quick. Let's see. I think I'm going to ask two or three questions real quick. Does Mike Johnson know that Donald Trump cheated to become the president? Does Mike Johnson know, is he aware that Donald Trump cheated to become president? Saying yes. Okay, clear to center, please. Will Mike Johnson lose his seat as leader of the House? Will Mike Johnson lose his seat as leader of the House? Will Mike Johnson lose his seat? Saying yes. Okay, clear to center, please. I think that's the only two questions. Okay. Let me clarify. Well, they knew what I meant. Will he lose his seat as House Leader? Okay. All right. Let's get into the cards. So this is his outcome. And what I usually, when I do these kind of readings, I usually at the, when I sense that I've exhausted pulls, I'll ask for the ultimate outcome. Okay, so these are the two, Seven of Swords and the Tower. I'll put it right here. Okay, so here we have the Page of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. Okay. Then we have the Chariot. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles here, the Chariot, the Magician, I think this is the Page of Pentacles. Yep. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Okay. We have the Devil. We have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Three of Swords. And as the ultimate outcome, we have the Tower and the Seven of Swords. So let's start down here. Three of Pentacles is collaboration. Okay, so you are collaborating with people, you're experimenting with things, perhaps trying to implement something, new ideas. But it's new, it's secret, not a lot of people know about it. You're doing things behind the scenes, you're not really sharing what you're doing. Okay, so yes, par for the course with him. Page of Wands and Queen of Wands. Page of Wands is bold. Okay. They're throwing the staff in the air, and they're just like, this is how he's feeling. Okay, this is what I'm sensing. He's emboldened. He feels powerful. He feels in control. He wants power. There's greed there. There's a willfulness there. But he doesn't see that. He's not powerful, really. That's the illusion here. Even though the magician is here, okay? This is how he feels. He feels like he's in control. He's getting all he wants, and that he is powerful. He has everything he needs for power and money. With the Nine of Pentacles here, and long-term stability. And the magician is here, okay? And magician, I'm reading these cards intuitively, okay? And so it's about manipulation, power and all that good stuff. And you have it's on top of the Queen of Wands, and then ultimately you have the Devil here. You have the Devil above all of this. These cards are touching each other. The Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, okay? The Magician, the Chariot, Queen of Pentacles, Page, Three of Pentacles, and then the Devil is above all of them. So you have all of these things. Control, power. You're the leader of the house. Like I remember specifically he was saying, before Donald Trump won, he was saying, oh yeah, we're going to gut everything. We have such big plans. That's what he said. So, with that being said, when you have the Devil residing over all of this, all of your actions, all of your behaviors, all the things you want, and you're riding high, but the Devil is here above you, controlling you. You are shackled to the Devil, and the Devil warns that you need to let go of this greed, addiction, addiction to greed, these ideologies you hold, but ultimately you don't care about them. You just care about money. Your racism, your hatred. The Devil is a warning when it comes, and it's residing over all of this. There's a whole piece here. Knight of Pentacles, long-term stability, money, growing money. Seven of Pentacles, implementing. Yeah, we have big plans. Page of Pentacles, new ideas, new money, all these plans. But then you have the Ten of Swords. Plans are beginning to look bleak. They're beginning to look painful. A painful ending next to the Five of Wands that they always get, Republicans. They all have their own agenda. No one's on the same page. It appears that way. But they're all... You will be exposed. It's a card of exposure. And they can't rise above it. That's why they can never get anything done. Three of Swords and the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Disappointment. Betrayal. Betrayal, doubly betrayal. Your outcome, Mike Johnson. The Seven of Wands next to the Three. The Seven of Wands next to the Three of. They're going to try and defend us with the Seven of Wands. Oh, we did the right things, or we had to help the economy. These. I was about to say something. These BS excuses because they want to manipulate the public. This is him. This is him. To get what he wants. Okay? They will say, no, we're defending our country, or we're trying to help the economy. But people won't believe him. They already don't. Okay? And the ultimate outcome is the Tower and the Seven of Swords. This deceit that this game, that you've been running, it's going to crumble. Everything that you love down all over here with the devil, we know who that is, residing over all of it. And when he goes, that goes. You will go. Bye. Bye-bye, Mike Johnson. Good luck, but not really. So that's Mike Johnson, guys. His outcome. I knew it was there. They said, pull one more. So strange. The reason why I switched decks was because I felt the deck had gone cold and I was going to get the same cards. And so I switched it. And as soon as I picked this deck up, I knew the Tower will show up for him. I saw the cards before I pulled them. Crazy. Crazy. Alright, what time is it? I'm gonna do food supply, Medicaid, and what was the other one? Social Security? Yes. I'm gonna look at it might be hard to look at the outcome because energy's that's okay. It won't be. Okay. I'm going to pull 3 cards each and do a quick in-depth. So I'm going to do food supply, Medicaid and Medicare, and Social Security. But with Medicare being Social Security. Okay. Please show me the outcome. That came up before. So this first line is food supply, okay? Now when I pulled in question and answers, the ultimate outcome was temperance, okay? So let's see what comes up. King of Swords is there. Ace of Wands. The Star. Ultimate outcome looks good for food supply. We have the King of Swords on the bottom and the Page of Wands. Two of Swords. There's going to be some confusion, and they're going to have to try to figure out what solution they can come up with. In terms of farms and, of what's going to happen. But they will. It will be a lot of like, it would be a lot of denial or refusal to move forward, like standstills I'm sensing here. But ultimately, with the Ace of Wands, they'll come up with a solution. It's like, but I feel like it won't be this administration. Not because I don't like them, but I feel like it won't be them. Or they'll have to make a big compromise. Will this solution be due to the Trump administration? Will this solution be due to the Trump administration? Saying no. That's what I'm saying. What I saw is like some sort of modest approach that will be different, but it won't be through them. I'm not quite sure how that will work, okay? But the stars here, which is coming true, just like the Temperance card, a healing, okay? Healing a solution, coming up with a solution. Things moving forward, things progressing. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What is this? Queen of Pentacles? Ultimate outcome. Queen of Pentacles. Literal earth. I was like, show me an earth card if the outcome is good for our food supply. And the Queen of Pentacles was there. Okay. So that will be okay. Ultimately, it'll be a tough fight. There will be a lot of people either refusing to compromise or make a decision, but eventually something will break free, and they will be able to come up with a solution. A lot of people's lands will be saved, I'm hearing also. Okay. Medicaid. Show me that. Can you show me the outcome for that? The Emperor. Very good. Authority. Well, let me not get too excited. Let's see what the other cards say. So this is, right here is food supply, okay guys? This is Medicaid. Nine of Pentacles. That's good stuff. Three of Cups. The Moon. Interesting. The Sun. They said pull one more. The Moon and the Sun. The Moon and the Sun. For Medicaid cuts. It looks as though when I had asked it, said no. And Three of Pentacles. Yeah. That's going to be defended. That's going to be defended. It will continue. Okay. I said that in the Q&A, but let's ask the pendulum real quick. We have the, before I ask the pendulum, let me show you. We have the Emperor. Emperor is the Emperor, I think of like organizations. I think of being industrialized, authority, okay, control, getting organized, That's what I think will happen. And then we have the Three of Cups here. You know, satisfaction, emotional satisfaction. These are the people. That's what I feel like. The Moon, there'll be some confusion. I think. I just had a deja vu. I feel like I read on this before. I was here before. And that's creepy. The same cards. And the same thing I'm about to say, I said. Anyway, this is the people, the Three of Cups. Okay? And there will be some confusion coming from the people. But ultimately, with the Sun here, the confusion will lift. And Sun is a card of abundance here. And the Three of Wands here is waiting for something. You implemented a plan. You set the plan up with the Two of Wands, and the Three of Wands is waiting for the results, and the results look to be good. With the Sun. Okay. And so, you know, confusion here ultimately. This is authority. They're trying to get things organized, and the people are waiting with Three of Cups here, and the Moon is confusion. You know. Ultimately, the outcome looks good. Okay? I'm not saying it'll be easy. It will be a battle. All right. Will Medicaid cuts go through? Will Medicaid cuts go through? No. Big no. Okay. You could talk a big talk, but things are, you'll switch up real quick when you got millions and millions of people coming at you. Okay. All right. But I don't know if they will have anything to do with that. Again, I don't know. All right. Social Security and Medicare. Let's look at that. Let's look at the outcome for that. The World. Very nice. That wants to come out. Social Security and Medicare. The way everything will be affected if something was to happen with Social Security. Banks. Who child? People's portfolios. You know, people, you know, banks make money off people's Social Security as well. So many companies. Mike Johnson is being controlled by the devil. I forgot to say that, but it just popped in. The image of the devil, my mind has 50 tabs open. But the image of the devil popped into my head again. And he's just being controlled. That's why he tried to censure Al Green. He was told, take care of him. We have the World. We have justice. It'll go to the courts. Let's see what's here. Two of Wands. Looks good, guys. And the Nine of Cups. Social Security will be okay. And Medicare, okay? Because we have the World coming full circle. Okay, information, truth coming out, decisions being made, forward progression, and we have justice here. This will go through the courts. Okay? And we have the world injustice. Good stuff. You want those two cards together. And the surrounding cards after it, it denotes, good results. It will be a battle with the world here. It'll be tough. But justice is here, and we have the Two of Wands here. Something will be implemented. Look, and he's holding the world. It's like Wands is forward progression, is yes, forward movement. This is what will happen through the court system. And the Nine of Cups, contentment, fulfillment. This is the people, okay? The 9 cups filled. So it will be a battle. I will tell you that. But things will be okay, ultimately. Okay. All right. No, we got through this. What time is it? We have some good time. I did most of everything. We just have Kamala left. So I did this. I did that. I did that. Yeah, I'm so proud of myself. All right, Kamala. I've been having dreams about her. I've been having a lot of dreams about her. She's been showing up, her higher self, in my dreams. And the thing about it is that I didn't just realize it just until now. Because one of my guides said that to me. And I haven't necessarily seen her. Does that make sense? I felt her presence. I feel she's coming out more. I sense that will be happening. Okay, let's see here. I did find my other pendulum, by the way. It was hiding under my bed in the darkness. I'm not using it because I need to do so. It keeps wanting to disappear, so I need to do some things with it. Anyway, my question is, will Kamala Harris become the governor of California? Saying no. Okay. Clear the center, please. Will Kamala Harris run for the governor of California? Will Kamala Harris run for the governor of California? It's saying no. Okay, clear the center, please. Will Kamala Harris take the seat of the United States President? Will Kamala Harris take the seat of... Oh dear, saying yes. Okay, so I am not making a prediction. I believe what I believe, and you could believe what you can believe. You could hope too, and I hope. But I just feel like this month I saw someone, well, I don't want to get into that, but it just feels like this month will be twists and turns. That's what it feels like. Things are happening subtly, and we have to pay attention. I'm telling you guys, information is what's most important with this whole situation we're in. information. What? Oh, okay, yeah, that's hers. It just came out. What I'm encouraging you guys to do, and I've started doing this. When you get on your phone or on your computer, just look to see. Don't immediately go to what terrible thing Donald Trump said or did. I've never looked at him since. I don't see anything about him, but I know some of you do. Okay, so try to look at what's going on with those lawsuits. You know, what lawsuits are pending against him in terms of policy. What lawsuits did he lose? Which ones did he win? Only one? Don't just necessarily watch a YouTube. Go out and research. Like I said before, go on Democrats, House Democrats page. They have newsletters there. There's news. Go on, Senate Democrats page. They too have news there of what's happening. You can go on your local government's page. Please check out what primaries are coming up. Governor's races are coming up. All of that. That's important in your state at least. Oh, we have another one. We have the world. Kamala Harris. Let's look at her for. Did I do her for the month of March? I think I did. Let's look at her for the upcoming week. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the World. Interesting. Let me just make sure that the same cards aren't coming out. I'm having a hard time shuffling for some reason. What time is it? It's late. These aren't her cards. I knew it. Okay. It was the same exact cards that I just pulled. Kamala Harris. Let me focus. Now, if they come up again, then those are her cards. Okay. Middle. Okay, so 2 more shuffles. Oh, I'm so tired. Okay. Ace of Cups. Yeah, she said she's taking care of herself. Ace of Cups would show up. 7 of Cups. Lots of opportunities, lots of decisions to make. 4 of Swords. Deep contemplation, taking a rest. Yeah, she said that. She said that. The Moon. Okay. The Moon. The Moon. Here. 3 of Cups. Six of Cups. This card is her mother. This card, the Six of Cups, is the wisdom her mother has passed down to her. This is also her looking back and learning from her past, okay? But this is the wisdom. This is what she's looking back to. Five of Cups. Five of Cups. She's still upset about what's going on. Where does this go? Here. There's still two cups, though, with the Five of Cups. Still two cups upright. Nine of Swords, yeah. Whoop. Perhaps that is why she feels she needs to take care of herself. There's some stress. Some mental stress. She's going through it. She is happy, but there's some stress. Seven of Wands always shows up for her. The cards showed up. These are her cards. I have to shuffle. There's too many of the same. I think that Two of Wands is hers, though. But if it comes up again... This goes down here. She's drawing strength from the Six of Cups energy. She's drawing strength from that. Wheel of Fortune. Death. Now this feels more like her energy. Eight of Swords, yeah. Still again, want to speak, but is restricted. Can't talk. Can't speak with the Eight of Swords. She doesn't like that really, but you know, she's King of Cups. Yeah, I feel that. She is indeed taking care of herself. Page of Swords. Her and Donald Trump get some of the cards, but the meanings are different. Page of Swords. Okay. So, next week we have the Knight of Pentacles, the World, the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Four of Swords. Feels kind of heavy a little bit. The Wheel of Fortune, the King of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Moon, Death, Three of Cups, Page of Swords, Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, Eight of Swords. Okay. So it feels like, you know, her channel messages, she said, I'm focused on taking care of myself. Okay. And it felt like she was saying like getting restorative, maybe even taking vacation somewhere, going somewhere warm perhaps. Filling her cup. She's been doing, it feels like in her energy she's kind of tired. She felt happy though when I channeled her, but I could sense underneath there's some heaviness. Okay, but nothing that's like devastating, so to speak, but just like she needs to restore. She needs to restore, and so that's what she's doing. So moving into the beginning of the week, we start off with some pretty strong cards with the Knight of Pentacles, Death on top, the World, Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups, Six. She's drawing strength from here. This is like the center. Oh geez, I dropped the King of Cups. I'm not getting that. But the King of Cups are there. Okay, it's on the floor. Six of Cups. She gets this card all the time. That is her mother's energy. Okay. Her mother has told her, you are powerful and you have a destiny, and that's what fulfills her. And the Ace of Cups is there, that love, compassion. She's filling her cup. She's taking care of herself, getting into a space emotionally with the King of Cups. Okay, and the world is here, so she's putting herself to rights at the beginning of next week. Okay, so letting go of things perhaps with the Death card here that no longer served her. She's always transforming. Constantly. With the Wheel here, it's this constant it's like my guys just showed me the wheel of fortune, but like in a golden light. Or when they use that thing to sharpen, back in the day they used that thing to sharpen their swords. That's what I just saw, and the sparks from the swords coming. With the Knight of Pentacles here, that's not impossible. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles, I always view it as assistance. It's a slow moving energy, the Knight of Pentacles. Methodical, grounded, focused energy to move forward, to move toward a goal. Okay, and so she's releasing something and once again transforming into something else, perhaps moving closer to her destiny. This is fascinating. Moving closer to her destiny. And it might be painful. I feel that spiritually. Maybe that's why she feels like I need to take care of myself. I don't see health issues. Okay, I don't see that. But it's more of an emotional, spiritual thing. It feels like, even though it's all connected. But so at the beginning of the week here, it feels like releasing old energy, shedding old skin, and moving into something more grounded and more focused. Okay. Three of Cups. We have the Three of Cups in the world here, Ace of Cups, and the Six of Cups here. And so Three of Cups is harmony, celebration, not collaborating, but perhaps celebrating, with your friends and family, being close there. It feels like here she'll be traveling. She's making plans or something here. Something that's restorative for her. Okay. Something that is nostalgic perhaps, or looking back at something in midweek. Okay. But it also sort of feels like work. Related to here. Something she's doing that will be restorative. But anyway, Page of Swords, Nine of Swords. Okay, by the end of the week, some sort of, again, it's like standing your ground. The Seven of Wands here. Okay, by the end of the week, Seven of Cups, making a decision. The Moon with confusion, or things being hidden, or you not having enough information to make a choice. You being confused, maybe even a stubbornness, or having to defend a decision you made. Four of Swords here, deep contemplation and rest to get through the confusion. Five of Cups, some loss. This card combination came out for her before. Nine of Swords, a mental restriction, perhaps self-imposed. Next to the Five of Cups, the losing the ability to think or to speak. Some sort of restriction here with the Eight of Swords. She wants to say something, but she can't for some reason. Okay. Lots of mental stuff here. As she moves into the end of the week. Let's look at ultimate outcome for her. Ultimate outcome for next week for Kamala. Give me a card. So they're front and it's front. Yeah. Just bugged myself out for a second. Jeez. Ultimate outcome. Strength. Yeah. Okay. Oh. The Four of Wands and Strength came out. That's the ultimate outcome for her. Okay, so realizing her inner strength, utilizing her inner and outer resources, realizing that she can get through anything, you know, any obstacle or hardship that life throws at her. And the Four of Wands, balance and harmony. Okay, love, closeness, a sound foundation, progression, movement, change. So her outcome for the end of the week looks good. Whatever mental thing is happening here, ultimately she'll be okay. It'll be fine. Okay. So that's Kamala Harris, guys. That's all I got. I hope you do something you enjoy this weekend. I hope you eat good food, eat some ice cream, take a break from everything, you know. Do something that brings you joy. Do something that restores you. And I will see you on Monday. Okay? So enjoy your weekend. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.